The Igbo race in the southeastern part of Nigeria is largely known for her ability to multiply wealth in business and also pass on the chain of wealth growth to upcoming generations. This is an art that is described as apprenticeship. When one serves under another for a fixed period of time, he is then sent forth to set up his own business in the same line of trade or maybe another. Over time, the Igbo apprenticeship model is being credited as one of the key factors that created so much wealth in southeast Nigeria. This model is responsible for the emergence of many billionaires from the eastern part of the country. When we hear names like Chisco, Ibeto, and the likes, Innocent, Koscharis, they are all products of the same apprenticeship model. One then may wonder why it is seemingly phasing out. With the rise of technological advancement, social media, white-collar jobs, and the get-rich-quick mentality in young people, the need for a modification of this working model becomes imperative. This gave need for the University of Nigeria Nsukka Faculty of Arts to organize a lecture re-engineering the Igbo apprenticeship model in an era of digital economy, with Engr.ken Emeka Nwabeze as the keynote speaker. The event started with a cultural night in honor of the third distinguished personality lecturer, Engineer Emeka Nwabeze. The Theatre Arts Department displayed a drama titled When the Arrow Rebounds, written by Engineer Emeka Nwabeze.
An old man is never old. When he comes to a dance, he knows too well. Speak on. Speak on. Ezulu hears what you say.
The doctrines of the church very well, and neither does the Bible nor the catechism instruct us to watch the python. Such a creature full of bad omen. Did our Lord place a curse on its head for nothing?
Your statements are ridiculous. Ridiculous and not fit to be had in the house of the Lord. I have left you to finish so that your idiocy will be transparent to the entire congregation. I shall leave it to your own people to answer you. Is there no one who can speak up for the Lord? Yes? Or do Jesus?
Praise the Lord! Hallelujah. It is wrong to say that neither the Bible nor the catechism asks us to kill the serpent. Even God instructed Adam to crush his head after it had deceived our first mother.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Mr. Moses Unachu, you claim you are the first Christian here at Umar, and yet, whenever your mouth opens, nothing but hidden filth pours out of it. Today a child who sucks his mother's breast, a child who is a son of a hidden priest, has taught you the scriptures. Just as they tell us, the world will pass away, but not a single word of our Father will be set aside.
the dotted stone that destroys the hope. The one who makes the valiant bite sand with his teeth. The one who goes boom and goes wah. The one who swallows the little seed despite the smallness of his ears. When? You.
As a bona fide son of Ogidi, his fellow kinsmen resident in Nsukka came out en masse to celebrate their own.
So fast, no. No. Ogidi muno. Ogidi makano. Lieno. Mono. Mwaya swanyo. Asu wanu mogidi molom. Mabari. Ogidi mgbanwa ya mụlụ ya linye gị nne. Ogidi mụlụ gị ma fanye gị nne. Maka na ife adịgwo mma na ogidi. Okwute nwa bịa iti adịkwugo soft. A na-etiti ya, na-ewenata ya. Unu n'anya obi juru m afọ. Ọ bụ okwu sọ m bụ eze anyị bịara ebe a taa n'oge n'ogidi. Oge n'obodo dike nọkwu ebe a. Edute m ndị so mbịari nne. Nnukwu nna anyị bụ nwanne anyị, bụ ọga anyị, bụ architect Igwe Atani nọkwu ebe a.
When one enters a city, it is only right to pay homage to the Lord of that city. And so, Kat's visit to the Vice Chancellor of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, was in order. Professor Charles Igwe, who was represented by Professor James Obunna, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, expressed his gratitude, Engineer Emeka Nwabeze, for gracing the occasion.
There's a lot to be done. And we do believe that this 21st century university is no more just sitting down to wait for the allocation from the federal government. We must have to reach out. We also talk about producing students with a great criteria. Students that are challenged, people that can easily go out anywhere and compete with this. And for this, we need education, we need development, we need support. And we are happy that we have people like you who have seen it all, who have the capacity, and have the will. It's not just having the capacity, but people who have the passion and willingness to help. And we are proud of you. We are happy that you are one of us. We are looking forward to greater collaboration with you. And then just let us know what the university is supposed to do in order to actualize the dreams.
At an event that plays host to big weeks like this, it is wisdom to kill two birds with one stone. And such was the commissioning of a literary cut in honor of one of the Africa's finest in literature, the late Chinua Achebe, at the Faculty of Arts, and unveiling of his portrait at Faculty of Arts Lecture Hall. In attendance was the Dean of Faculty of Arts, Professor Nnayelugo Okoro, among others that came to grace the event.
We're here now.
Of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I now declare this literary court a place of beauty, a place of learning, and a place that will make Nigeria proud. The literary court. And every court in the world, when you face Jumalia, it's na Mahadum and Harvard, and we're court, and about the brain court. And on your polo there, statue to Harvard himself, John Harvard, the original man built University, and I know my friend. And this literary court is about the giant around the world. The giant we know as Chinua Achebe. Most of us do Roko. Most of us may ask, Oi. Nwabeze UNN, Department, Faculty of Arts, that Nakunu Jibido, Nifama Muno. Egunu Juene Mifenina. No, I am not imagine. And what I say, Mununa, and Rajifan or Rajifan or Niru, above Nunu Web the Lobi, when I may find Macanam, one number Chinua Achebe, Ugidi, addition of an. If any I remember that I addition, no Ugidi, Nigo Gidi, Folia, when I can. When I say, as the power invested in me as the Opalo Ogidi, the oldest man in Ogidi, not by age, but by the virtue of the title Aji Opalo Ogidi, I hereby welcome to this literary court the first official visitor, Professor Chinua Achebe.
Converging on the lecture hall of the campus were dignitaries, friends and students of the university, all gathered with keen interest to know the best way to make an age-old practice attractive to this modern world. Preceding the lecture was a decoration and award presentation to their august visitor, Engineer Emeka Nwabeze, by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of UNN, Professor James Obunna, decorated and presents an award of Arts Man of the Year to Engr.ken Emeka Nwabeze. This is for his outstanding achievements.
Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to the Faculty of Arts, we hereby compare to you the Arts Man of the Year 2019.
Yes, I chose Engr.ken because, you know, what we normally do in these lectures, we have a faculty committee that will consider candidates. And after going through his CV, his profile, the committee found him worthy, and they said that with his experience, wealth of experience, that he merits coming here to give distinguished lecture. So going by his pedigree, the committee also considers that he merits being given an award. In fact, this is the 2019 Arts Man of the Year award.
Is that I feel happy, I feel excited. It is not every day that your own people will recognize you, and anytime I am recognized in Igbo land, I find it very, very exciting. I know I've been recognized worldwide, but to be recognized amongst your own people is a thing of joy. And I cannot tell you how happy I am that such recognition is coming from University of Nigeria, the topmost learning institution in this country. You can't beat that. So I want to thank the Vice Chancellor, I want to thank the Dean, the faculty members, and I want to most importantly thank the students, especially the Student Union of University of Nigeria Nsukka, for recognizing one of their own.
In his lecture titled Re-Engineering Igbo Apprenticeship Model in the Era of Digital Economy, Engr.ken Nwabeze gave new insight on how to improve the concept, ways to make it better, and how to tackle issues surrounding the Igbo apprenticeship, one of which is a legal structure to create security.
The way forward on apprenticeship is that, first of all, we must recognize that it's necessary we innovate the way that we're handling apprenticeship, because it has created so much wealth in Igbo land. It is a system that's been recognized as the longest running incubation business model around the world, and it's also known as the longest running venture capitalist system around the world. So what we have to do is to recognize that there is a need to renovate it. So one, we need to consider it as a corporate social responsibility. We have to understand that our children are going to schools and graduating with degrees. So the idea that it is only applicable to handiwork and traders needs to be renovated and needs to be re-engineered. And that is the purpose of today's lecture. I've been able to speak on it, and I've been able to profile a way forward. That the way forward is to incorporate many businesses within your conglomerate. You can identify one or two items that your business needs to grow, that you're sourcing from abroad, and encourage these young people to start the business of producing those goods that you need to consume within your own conglomerate. That will form the springboard for them to be able to take off from there. Once they're able to meet the needs of your conglomerate, they'll be able to fulfill those needs outside your conglomerate, and then they can grow their own company and hopefully find other things within their own business that they can encourage someone else to start the business. If the contract is properly structured, contract creates transparency. When contract is properly drawn and everybody is aware of the content of that contract, it is much easier for the parties to the contract to obey it. So to the issue of legal structure, we have to talk about it in two parts. One is government policy that says this is the guidelines that guide the one boy Oga system. The other one is we can take it upon ourselves to make sure that we structure that relationship properly. There's a tendency amongst the Igbos to just okwale one name. Yes, one negi today and wake up one negi chinene. The truth of the matter is that contract is not the basis of running your business. Contract is the basis of dissolving the business. It is when you and I are no longer friends that we must refer to what the contract say. What did the contract say in the event where we agree to disagree? And that's why if the contract is properly structured in the first place, we don't have to worry so much about the legal system.
Lending their voices, some guests in attendance spoke on the need for young people to shun idleness.
It's a popular saying in Igbo, onye feze, eze lue. Onye feze, eze lue. It means that when you're able to serve a noble, you're able to serve a king, you're able to serve somebody who is an expert, eventually you become an expert in that particular field. The country is so difficult now. Jobs are difficult to come by. But there are skills, there are trades, there are things people can do. It requires the youths to actually bend down, to understudy those skills. And they can only do it through apprenticeship.
It's not just Emeka talking about it. I've watched a program by a white talking about the Igbo entrepreneurship, you know, this apprenticeship rather. Talking about the apprenticeship. That is the best thing that you can find worldwide. So I think the Igbos have established that system and advise all the youth to look into it and see how best they can use it to achieve the main objective. I think that will really reduce the issue of unemployment. So I really appreciate what Emeka did today, and I'm very grateful to him, to that young man. Very dynamic and very straightforward, and I'm very happy that he wants to do this, not just the Igbo nation. He's trying to do it throughout the whole of African continent.
It's a great idea. You know, I guess the first thing is that apprenticeship transformed the Igbo land. From years before the war, before the Civil War, the Igbo people who learned some trade or gained some qualification took on others. And that way, there was transformation in the whole place. So apprenticeship has done useful service in Igbo land in the past, and it is expected that it can do even more now.
If we could go back to the traditional old apprenticeship, by which young people would go under apprenticeship and after a period of years they would graduate and be awarded some economic entitlements and they'll be able to start their own businesses. That would be nice because it will solve the problem of unemployment that will have plaguing the society now. So I think that is one good thing about that.
ije gba boy azụwa ya azụsịa ya edue ya ụlọ iwe bido nke nwere ebe nwere ya n'ụwa niile so mana etu o si aga adabasizi ọfụma nwe ndị ọ ga-aba azụsịa vazuo obere ori achụ afa amedufu ụlọ onye nyere anyị nkọwa tata na-akọwara anyị bụ injinia Emeka Nwabeze na ọ ga-adị mma ka a fine tune ya tigasị ụmụ ife iwu ga-ejide ma onye na-agba bọ ya na-azụ azụ ma onye na-azụ ya wee wetakwuo nkọwa ọfụ ndị a na-akpọ nke digital world ga-abụ na enwere ike ịkpọkọba mmadụ ịtọ ma ịnọ bidoro fe afịa wee jiri nwayọọ nwayọọ na-esepụrụ fe aka ma fa na-eme ọfụma nke a ga-echenji o wee dịwanye mma nke ka nke karịa ife Igbo ji ebulikwa ife Igbo ji karịa ụwa niile.
On behalf of Ogidi community, I congratulate Ajay Opalo Ogidi, High Chief Ken Nwabeze for the award given to him by University of Nigeria Nsukka, Artman of the Year 2019.
Engr.ken Emeka Nwabeze, MFR, is the former special advisor to the former president of the US, President George W. Bush, on science and technology. He is also the chairman Engr.ken group of companies. He hails from Ogidi in the Idembili North local government area of Anambra State. The entire people of Ogidi community, with His Royal Majesty Igwe-elect Uzo Onido, rejoices with their very own High Chief, Engineer Emeka Nwabeze. The Ajay Opalo Ogidi as he backs the 2019 Artman of the Year award and the third Distinguished Personality Lecturer. Here is wishing him more grace to his elbows.